And we are back. Hello everyone, welcome back to 5 Minutes Code channel where I will be explaining the solution of every problem of lead code and geeks for geeks within less than 5 minutes. So without wasting time, let's get started. Today's problem is solve zeros, ones and twos, which is marked as an easy level problem. Let's find out what we will be given into this problem and what we have to do. So we will be simply given one integer array ARR, and it can contain elements from the array size can be anything from 1 to 10 raised to the power 6, and array elements will be 0, 1 and 2. Like it will only contain either 0, either 1 or 2, not greater than 2 and not less than 0, and only numbers. Okay, all right. So what we have to do, we have to simply sort this array in ascending order. Okay, we have to simply sort this array in ascending order, and since this array is passed by reference by address, so we don't need to return because the changes will reflect in the original array as well as it is passed through reference. Okay, all right. So yeah, I think the problem statement is pretty simple and it will be clear to you. Let's find out what we are gonna do. Okay, so first solution is very easy. First solution is very easy. We will simply use arrays.sort and simply sort it. Okay, if you are using C++ or Python, JavaScript, you can use that function, and I think that this is one line code. Okay, all right, but its time complexity will be n log n, so we should not use it. We should try to let's say use less time complexity code. Okay, you will try to go to optimal solution. Okay, all right. Second solution which is coming in my mind is bucket sort. Okay, bucket sort, I hope everyone knows bucket sort. Bucket sort basically means what I will do, I will count number of zeros, I will count number of ones, I will count number of twos. Okay, all right, take three variables and store it, and after that, first of all, fill all the zeros in the starting, and after that fill all the ones, and after that fill all the twos, count the twos. Okay, so this is the second function, this is the second way to do that. But here also we are not sorting it in place, and here it is not mentioned we have to sort it in place, but we should. Okay, so yeah, this is the second method, and it is pretty optimal. It is pretty optimal, but we have to iterate over the array twice. Once we have to count the number of 0, 1, 2, and after that I have to fill it. I have to fill the count. Okay, all right. So can we do it in one way only, like only one traversal I will do, and I will be getting our result? Yes, we can do that. We can do that as well by only traversing once. Okay, let's find out how. So I think the first two methods will be pretty basic and you can code it. Okay, so third method is what? Look, what I will do is, if let's suppose if I fill all the zeros, I somehow make all the zeros come to the starting, all the zeros will come to starting, all the twos will come to end, all the twos will come to end. So what will be remaining? Ones, and ones will be in the middle. Why? Because all the zeros are in the starting, all the twos are in the end, and whatever remaining will be the ones, and that will be in the middle. Okay, so we can do that. We can do something. We have to try something like that. Okay, all right. Now the question is, how are we going to solve this? Like how we can do to make it 0 0 in the starting and 2 2 in the night. Okay, so what I will do is I will take two pointers. First one will I will be using, let's say, beginning. Beginning will be at 0. Ending will be at array dot length -1, which will be for this 0 1 2 3 4 5 5. Okay, and one iterator I also, which will be iterating over the array. Okay, which will be used to iterate over the array, and this is our array 0 1 2 0 1 2, something like this. Okay, all right. So now how are we going to solve this? Look, pretty basic it is. If we have to fill in the beginning, so if I is equal to 0, if at any point I get 0, if at any point I get 0, what I will do, I will simply swap that position with my beginning. Swap that position with beginning. Okay, so currently I and B both are 0, so swapping doesn't mean anything, and 0 will be at its place. 0 will be at its place, and now I will increment my I to 1 and B into 1. So now B equal to 1 means now next 0 will be filled at 1 index. Okay, all right. Now I is equal to 1, so I got 1. Okay, when I will get 1, I will not do anything. When I will get 1, I will not do anything. Okay, all right. After that I get 2. Okay, after that I get 2. So what I will do, end, I have to fill end 2 to end, 2 at end index. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply pass 2, and I will simply pass index of, let's say this 2 is at what index? 2 index, and in this 5 index. So I will try to swap this int and this I, and what I will do after swapping, int will be decreased to 4. Okay, all right. So now if you will see, both are 2s, so on swapping nothing will do, but now int is equal to 4. Now int is equal to 4 again I will not increment I at that point, and again I will check if 2 and it is 1. Okay, so again it is 2, so again I will swap. Now on swapping, this 2 will become 1, this 2 will become 1, and this 1 will become 2. Okay, all right, I hope this much will be clear. Now after that, what I will do, again I will not increment I, again I will not increment I. Now what I will get, I will get 1, I get 1. Okay, so I get 1, I will now increment the I will be equal to 3. Okay, all right, and after that again on 3 I get 0, on 3 I get 0. So what I will do, I will swap with beginning, I will swap with beginning. So beginning will be now 0, this will be 0 because it is 1 index, and 3 at 3 index, uh, 1 will be filled, at 3 index 1 will be filled, and now beginning will become 2, beginning will become 2, and I iterator will be continued to 4. Okay, all right, so now 0 1 2 3 4 4, at 4 2 is there, and I will have to make it at the last, and after that again 2 4 is there. So now we are done, we are done. So you can see with the 2 pointers we can try to sort this array, to solve this in one pass only, in one pass. Okay, we don't need to iterate it twice, even twice. I hope the problem explanation will be clear, and yeah, now we are going to write the code for it. Okay, all right, meanwhile if you have loved the explanation, please don't forget to subscribe the channel and like the video, and I'm going to code it now. Okay, all right, so beginning with 0, int is equal to arr dot length minus 1, and I is equal to 0. I will write whatever I have explained. Okay, all right, while I is less than end, because look, till end, at any point till end, what we have filled, we have already filled 2, we have already filled 2. Okay, so something like this, and if nums of I is equal to 0, I will do something. Otherwise, if nums of I is equal to 1, I will do something. No, if nums of I is equal to 2, I will do something. Otherwise, I will do something. Okay, so 3 cases are there. I've written all the 3 cases. Now, one more thing which we have to do is we have to write one. What we have to do, we have to write one swap function, which will be getting one array and two indexes I and j. Okay, and I hope everyone knows how to write the swap function. Store in one variable, tmp is equal to arr of I is equal to arr of j, and arr of j is equal to tmp. Okay, simply we can swap two functions. Okay, all right, now if you remember what I told, if nums of I equal to 1, what I will do, I will swap arr with I will be what? I will be my current I, and beginning will be like beginning only, because beginning is referring to the zeros. Okay, all right. If I get nums equal to I equal to 2, what I will do, I will swap arr of I and end. Okay, all right, all right. Now after look, now after this swap, beginning will be filled with 0. Now I have to update the beginning. Okay, all right, after this swap, ending will be filled with 2, and now I will decrease my ending. Okay, all right, and look, here I have to increment my I as well, because now I is not, I is either 1 or I is 0. Okay, because at this point I is either 1 or 0, so both cases I will do I plus plus. Okay, but here I will not do, after swapping I will not increment I, because after swapping, like int value will be add I, int value will be swapped to I. Now at I anything can be, I can have 0 also, I can have 1 also, I can have again 2 also, which we already saw, like we were this 2, we were trying to swap with this 2, so both were 2. Okay, that's why I'm not doing I plus plus here, and I will do I plus plus here, because when I will get 1, I will not do anything. Okay, let's submit it then. But oh, I've done one mistake. I can see I've written nums here, it should be arr of I. So let's correct this because it's a very silly mistake. I don't know why I written arr nums instead of arri, but let's submit it now. I hope it will get accepted, and you will get this code on my GitHub, so don't forget to follow me on GitHub as well, and let's see if it is getting accepted. All right, so it is getting accepted. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Till then, keep on coding, and please subscribe the channel, and bye.